I'm going to create a killer hook for this channel's video in the food review niche. So let's get right into it. So I'm going to take the most recent video from Steve's Real Reviews. I came across this channel because they commented on one of our videos, so appreciate you commenting. And I'm going to show you how you can spice up your videos to make it more engaging in that first 30 seconds. Because as you know, we talk about how important it is to have that hook, so that way people want to stay for the longevity of your video. So I'm going to go off of your most recent one, and then we are going to break it down. I'm going to change the hook how I see best fit, and then we are going to go from there and compare from what yours was to what mine is, and so you can kind of see how you can make yours more engaging. Now, in the food review niche, one thing I do want to say that is super big for engagement is you want to give people a lot of emotions. And the good thing is with food reviews is you are going to be able to give emotions because it's how you feel when you are eating the food, whether it is good, whether it is bad. So we're going to go right into my editing software. Now, I'm not going to be editing this full video. I'm just going to show you guys the first 30 seconds and how you can make it super engaging in the beginning so that way people want to stay on your video and watch it and actually see what your review is. We're going to watch the first 30 seconds and then we're going to edit from there.
We're out looking for some new, we're looking for new Pringles. There's like, what, 3 or 4 new Pringles. We found one of them, but we also found this Buffalo Cheetos. I love Cheetos, but the lady was putting them on the shelf and I said, those look new. She's like, yeah.
She said they were new.
She said they're new. Check this out, Buffalo Cheetos. Got some buffalo sauce right here. Let's get a close-up of the bag, close-up of the product. We're going to score this from 1 to 100. Man, what's on this bag?
It just says Cheetos.
Okay, so we hit the 30-second mark. Okay, now I'm going to say in the beginning. Okay, so it took 6 seconds for them to start talking about the actual Cheetos. Instead, they were talking about Pringles, which I have no clue why we're talking about Pringles on the video, especially if I'm not a subscriber. I wouldn't know that you were looking for this or any of that. So I would take that part out immediately. Also, right now, if I watch that beginning part.
We're out looking for some new, we're looking for new Pringles.
You're looking for Pringles, then why are we doing Cheetos? So that would be my confusing part. I'd be like, oh, I don't really get it. Okay, I'm going to click to the next video. I would personally leave probably in the first 3 to 5 seconds right now because it hasn't hit me yet. With reviews, you want to get a lot of reactions in it of how you actually feel about the product, not about any other products, but the product that you're actually reviewing. So there's a couple ways you can do this, okay? One way you can do that is actually by like breaking down how the product looks in the beginning. So maybe going after, close-ups of the bag and maybe doing a lot of B-roll and kind of talking over it. Or the other thing you can do, which I'm going to do in this one is, and this is very important, make sure you're paying attention, write this down. This is for any niche. You also want to pick places in the video that are most engaging or something that either funny happened, something that was, again, shocking, overwhelming, whatever, that gets someone's emotions feeling what you're feeling, and you want to put that to the beginning. So you want to cut just a section of that so they get an idea of what's going to happen, and you put that to the beginning. So now they're like, oh, I want to see the full thing. I want to see what really happens because I only saw a clip of it. It's almost like you're putting a teaser in the first 5 to 10 seconds. So that's what I'm going to do in this video. So we're going to go. I already went through this video earlier, and I saw, so right when we went to the review, okay, I don't know her name, but she ate the thing, the Cheeto. She's not big into hot Cheetos, and she said how it was really hot and she needs some water, right? And she starts coughing, right? I would put that right in the beginning. That's a great part to put in the beginning. So let's watch.
Really good flavor.
I need the water.
Okay, so perfect right there.
Mine is.
I'm getting really good flavor.
So I would take that part. The other thing I noticed is, watch this. That facial expression is great. They don't have to know right away why you were making that facial expression. Now, you were making it because she was coughing about how hot it is. But what I'm going to do in this one is I'm going to have, when you're taking your first bite of the Cheeto, I'm going to have this facial expression come up next. So it's like they're thinking, whoa, something crazy just happened, whether it's really hot or they don't know the exact emotion you're feeling, but you're giving them something by your facial expression. So we're going to go into that. So now watch. So I'm going to take that small clip we got there. Actually, you know what? I got to copy it. Okay. Bring it to the beginning. Okay, now we're not done. We got to find where we're biting into the Cheeto. So let's go to the beginning. Okay, so right. And we also want to kind of take out where they're not talking, so it can just be a clip. So we'll go from here to like about a couple bites like that. Or copy that. We are going to bring that to the beginning. Boom. All right, now. So we're going to go here. The other thing is this. So great that the video is shot in the wide like this, because now I can kind of play with zooms and how I want to zoom in on certain things. But in this case, I would want this really zoomed in. Okay, so what I'm going to start with is the number one thing is, you remember we talked about in other videos, if you haven't seen already, we talked about making that promise in the title and the thumbnail. So in this, it's talking about the Cheetos, the buffalo, right? So I want to see that right away. If I don't see that, then I'm going to leave the video, because you're not giving me what you promised, which is the Cheetos, right? So what I'm going to do is, before you even make that bite and not keeping it in this big screen, I'm going to zoom in on the bag. Zoom in like this, okay? Right about there, okay? Now, as soon as you go for the bite, obviously it's going out of frame right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in this little feature. Now, I'm using ScreenFlow. You don't have to use ScreenFlow. You can use this on CapCut. You can do this on any software. So it's just a different way. It's easiest for me. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move the screen to here. So now, watch what happens when the bite happens. So I'm going to go all the way until the bite. Bite happens right about here. So watch. Okay, so now you're getting that, right? Couple bites. I'm going to cut that. Now watch this. I'm going to go to here. That facial expression, right? We don't need this anymore. We're going to take this. I'm going to give a big zoom in here. So now watch. Whoa, like you bit into it and something happened. I don't know what. What were we feeling? Whoa. Right? So maybe I can even cut a little bit, maybe at the second bite like that. So we go here. Whoa. Whoa, something happened, right? Then, wait. Then we go to this. Now the cough's going to happen. So I'm going to go over here.
I need the water.
I need some water, right? I think, yeah, and then the cough happens after that.
I need the water.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
I need the water.
Wait, we're actually going to do this. I think there was a cough before this. Yep. Yeah. Let's get the cough in there. Let's see. All right, so cough's about to happen right here. So we're going to go here, and we're going to go here. And then
I need the water.
And then zoom in even more.
I need the water.
Boom. Now we go into the video. So watch.
I need the water.
We're out.
All right, and now we go into this. But again, we
Looking
don't
for
want to talk
some
about
new. We're looking
Pringles,
for
right?
new
So we're
Pringles.
going to
There's
take all
like
that part
3 or
out.
4 new Pringles. We found one of them, but we also found this buffalo Cheetos.
So,
Buffalo.
all right, we go to Buffalo Cheetos. Go here. Boom.
I need the water.
Buffalo Cheetos.
Now, just so you can also give the viewer the realization that that was a teaser, because sometimes I don't want to make it look like it's like you're not giving them the value or it doesn't relate to what's going to happen in the video. So what I'll do is, like this part where you went into this, I'm going to put, actually, no, let's do it this way. I'm going to put this top like this, and then I'm just going to put a little transition. I usually do the push transition.
Buffalo Cheetos.
Whoops, I didn't push it.
Buffalo.
That was way too fast. Hang on. Hang on now. Let's try that.
Buffalo.
Put the push.
Buffalo.
There we go. And then, again, I told you I do a lot of sound stuff, so when I put sounds, it kind of just also gives them the realization that we're moving on to the next thing. So I'm gonna add a little swoosh. Don't want it to be too loud. Turn it down a little bit.
Water.
Buffalo Cheetos. I love Cheetos.
All right, so now we're into the video. Okay. Now another thing you can do. So you went into the bite, right? You can either have a sound of like someone biting something or chewing on something, or if yours was loud enough, what you can do is just turn your volume up. Which I think I might have to find a clip. Let's see. Let's see if they have anything. Now, what I'm using is in ScreenFlow they have this built in where it has stock images, audio, videos, all that kind of stuff. I like eating crunchy chips. Let's see what it sounds like. There we go, like that. That's good. So we don't need the second one. We just need the one. Perfect. And then again, it doesn't have to be as obnoxiously loud. We turn it down a little bit, but
I need the water.
Buffalo Cheetos.
like already, like that beginning, that's only 5 seconds. We're only 5 seconds in, but now I'm like, oh my gosh, that looked really hot. I gotta see like them eat the whole thing. Are they gonna be able to do it? Is something funnier gonna happen? Like I want to see more now.
I need the water.
Buffalo Cheetos. I love Cheetos, but the lady was putting on the shelf.
So like,
I said, those look new. She's
story
like,
going on,
yeah.
that's fine.
She said they were new.
But what I would do
Buffalo Cheetos. I love Cheetos, but
is I would go right
What's
into
on this bag? Man, what's on this bag? How many cups is it?
I'd go right into opening this thing up. I like how you zoomed in on this, so we're gonna go to
Let's open it up. Pour some out. I love Cheetos. I love Cheetos.
make it a little less.
I love Cheetos. Is your close up? Well, I'm hoping, Leanne. Well,
Don't do that to me.
I'm hoping, Leanne, this has flavor, not just heat. Because buffalo chicken usually has flavor.
Okay, so let's go right from the beginning. Okay, goes into the bite. Whoa.
I need the water.
Buffalo Cheetos. I love Cheetos. I'm hoping, Leanne, this has flavor, not just heat. Because buffalo chicken usually...
Now again, we've talked about jump cuts a lot, so like right now, I would probably put some jump cuts in here, just to make this even more engaging. So let's see. I'm gonna go here.
I'm hoping, Leanne, this has flavor, not just heat.
So right here, I'd probably start with like a zoom on them.
I'm hoping, Leanne, this has flavor, not just heat. Because buffalo chicken usually has flavor.
Let me do a small little zoom out so it's not as zoomed in.
Just heat. Because buffalo...
Just gotta make sure it lines up.
Just heat. Because buffalo chicken usually has flavor.
Right.
Not like just...
The other thing you can do is if there's two people in your thing, you can always zoom in on the one person talking. So if you want, you could always just stick with the one person talking and then...
It has flavor, not just heat. Because buffalo chicken usually has flavor.
Or
Right.
you can keep going back and forth.
Flavor, not just heat. Because buffalo chicken usually has flavor.
And then
Right.
again, if
Not
you
like-
want to also add in some movement a little bit.
Just flaming hot, where it's just flaming... It smells really good.
See, that's great smelling too. Like,
It's flavor.
Right.
Not like just flaming...
so I would even take that and just go
It has flavor. It smells really good. You smell that bag.
and like that, right? Going in for a smell, I'd zoom in on that person.
Bag.
It does.
And I'd probably go a little bit earlier.
It smells really good. You smell that bag.
It does.
And then on the smell, right, you can even put, again, you can even put an audio behind it. Let's see.
It does.
I'll just do one.
It does.
Something like that. It's also, you get a little, like, it gets to be funny, so it's more engaging.
It does.
All right.
Quicker.
It does.
A little quicker.
It does.
All right.
And I turned down just a little bit. Something like that.
All right, here we go.
Something like that. And then... And then now you're back into your video. So we didn't even do a full 30 seconds. We're about 20 seconds in right now, and already it's just more engaging. So we're going to watch from the beginning again. And again, I just wanted you guys to kind of see the breakdown of how I do this, my process, and what I'm really looking at, which is I need the viewer to be hooked to what I'm talking about. So in this case, we're talking about food reviews. They want to see the food. If you're not showing them the food, or you're just talking about it like with the bag out, like a lot of times they're going to skip past your point, and you're going to see probably in your analytics that you're going to have spikes where the food review actually is where you're actually eating the food. So if you tease them with that in the beginning, it also gives them a chance to say, let me see the rest of this backstory before I even watch that, right? Because something funny might pop up, or I might learn something that I didn't know before about the food, right? So let's watch from the beginning.
I need the water.
Buffalo Cheetos. I love Cheetos. I'm hoping, Leon, this has flavor, not just heat. Because buffalo chicken usually has flavor. It smells really good. You smell that bag?
It does.
All right. So right there, we're only 18 seconds in, and they're already eating the food. If I was watching this video, I could watch for that 18 seconds and be ready for that food review. All the other stuff I took out, and you can watch the full video if you need to see it. It was a lot of backstory stuff, which is fine to have some storytelling in there. It's fine to add that. However, you also don't want to go on a tangent and go too long, because then you're going to lose interest of the viewer. They came there for one reason. The reason they came is to see the review on the Cheetos, okay, or whatever the food is. So that would be this. After this, they're going to talk about going into their scale. I would go into, your rating scale, what you rate it, and then, whatever system you have that's, for your channel. And then I would put that out there next. And that would be my video. So right now, though, you might be thinking, okay, how can I make it a longer video? Because it's not that long with a food review like this. You got to find other ways to make it different and creative. So the rating scale, I think, is good. They do it out of 100. I would probably do it out of 10. And I would come up with different ways to where it's not just like a regular rating scale. Like they do have something in there where they say it's like her heat scale or whatever. Like, I think that's good. I think like they should both have their own heat scales, because they probably have different, heat tolerances that they can have. So maybe create a scale of that. Maybe create a scale of crunch. Like, add some like humor in there a little bit, but also like some people do want to know, is it crunchy? Is it loud when you eat? You could literally do another thing where you're chewing and you're into a mic and you're chewing it, or you come up to the camera and you're chewing and you hear how loud the smack is, or how loud the crunch of the chip or the Cheeto or the whatever is, and you can give a scale of, that's pretty loud. I would give that like an 8 or whatever, right? So again, finding other ways to create longer content. But biggest purpose on this video was to create the hook, and I think we did that. And again, if you notice, what I did is I just took key parts in the video and I put it to the front, and then I add a little pizzazz to it. But even with that, I didn't do anything crazy. Like, I didn't do any B-roll. I didn't do any A-roll. Like, I didn't do any of that. The only thing I used was the video stuff that they already had, which mainly was them on the screen. And then obviously I used the props in it, which is the bag, because they're talking about Cheetos. So I hope this gave you another idea on how to create a hook for your videos. And if you want me to fix your video and give you more insight on how to create a hook in the beginning, in the first 30 seconds, so that way we can see the different ways we can make hooks in different niches. So hope you liked the video. See you guys next time.